So after going through a lot of turmoil myself, I actually acknowledge and appreciate the effort Saffraz puts in to his job. Because, he's dealing with patients who are not well. And he has to not only take care of them physically, but definitely they will be undergoing a lot of surrounding issues within their family, emotionally. And he's a very loving guy. I know I sometimes wanted all his love for me, but he had so much love to offer that he had to offer it to the world, And sometimes it's tough, to compete with that. But it's not a competition. All I'm saying, I know that we all have our duty, whether you are a son, whether you are a daughter, whether you are a wife, a mother, a husband, a father. We all have our duties, and I say to you, please do it. Do those duties. And I know we should not look for any thanks, but I say to the rest of the family, please give thanks. It's beautiful. It's beautiful to say thank you for a hot meal. It's beautiful to tell your son thank you when he remembered you or to call. Don't let us feel that we are owed anything, because we surely not. But it definitely feels beautiful to give gratitude, to feel appreciated. So I know that we all may think we are sacrificing, and many of us definitely are in our families. But please, the rest of you within that family, please acknowledge each other's efforts. I'm not concerned about failing or succeeding or getting an A or a C at this point or doing the task to the best or not to the best. However, just praise the effort, and hopefully over time the person feels appreciated too and motivated. So that brings me to my next point, which is motivation. Now, on this point of motivation, this is the chubbiest I've been in probably the last 10 years. I have gained about 17 pounds over the last year and a half. And I wouldn't lie to you, I used to be more like the late 130s to the early 140s, yes. And I have gained a fair amount of weight. And honestly, I haven't been as much, I haven't been as motivated as I used to be. I could just do Zumba at home, dance, walk, etc. And I do keep physically active. But not as much, And within a family, it's beautiful. Lean on me, It's so good when we can lean on each other. Like right now, I had to tell Saffraz in words, babe, I need your motivation. I do. I need it, Sometimes one person in your household, or the home, I keep saying household, in the home. One person in the home, does all the motivating. Sometimes, a lot of times, I would like to think it's the mother. Sometimes it's the father. Sometimes you might have a bigger brother who's pushing the rest. In our home, I would like to think that I have been the one pushing. Sometimes probably pushing too much. Pushing in academics, pushing to get fresh air, pushing for exercise, pushing to eat healthier. But sometimes it can get weary, We can get tired, And I'm not saying that it's anybody's fault. It's probably I need to know when to stop. But my point is really that if you are seeing one person sort of like falling short, let's pull them up. It kind of ties in with the point on support. It would be great sometime for Saffraz to come home and be like, Anita, come, get serious. No more chocolate for you. Let me go on that treadmill. Let me go and take a walk for 20 minutes. And I know we are accountable, each one of us, especially if we are mature adults. We are definitely accountable, and we have to love ourselves, and we need to do what's right. But sometimes, I would like to say life gets in the way, and things happen, and we get demotivated, and we need a friend. But right now, let's stick to the home. You need to pay attention. Pay attention. See when one of the family members is getting demotivated, they're falling down, and we don't know. Like, I would go into my son's room and be like, you depressed? I'll be like, what wrong with you? Yeah, no, you need some light, boy. What's going on with you? Why are you sleeping so much? Mom, I just like to sleep. I say, you sure, boy? You know you're good? Why are you not going and take your run? Yeah, and you used to like to run? Why are you not running? Why are you not going in your martial art class? Because normally my kids would do things they love. So when I find them missing, I'll be like, what wrong with you? Why are you not going? Something happened? Now, my son Ajay was like so witty. And as you know, I used to be a strict mom. Probably still am at times. But I found like having moved here after also our a little family crisis where I actually fell short, I just found like he wasn't himself. But it could be, missing his friends and changing a whole new country, a new school. A lot was happening, And we need to pay attention. Because many youths, because they're always on their phone too, I don't know if they can handle a lot. And we need to give them those tools. We need to, give them that little motivation. Come, let me go and take a walk. And they do, if you really push enough, and I'm not saying push to the point of an argument, but be like, come now, son, let me go and take a little walk now. Let me hang out and just kiss them up a little bit. And for kids who are looking at this, go and walk with your mom now. Go, you're motivated you to like a little exercise, good for the body, or you'll live longer. Get some fresh air, feel healthy, spend quality time. We had to pay attention. Angeli was going through so much too when we moved here. Everybody had their own friends. I would speak to her, I had to make her feel confident to be who you are. You didn't have to probably be like the Canadian kid. You could be yourself. You could retain your own culture. We have to pay attention. Sometimes we get so absorbed in ourselves, That happened to me after I had my scare, which you all know about. I was totally only thinking of myself. And I fell short. But the minute I am able to see clear, again, I'm paying attention, I don't know what my kids are going through. I try to understand, but I would see when they are different. I can see when they are exhausted, or I can see when they are pulling away. And I remember going into Ajay's room like, you doing any drugs? You sure you're not doing drugs? Because, when we don't pay attention, we don't know that moment when they take a cigarette or when they start doing some drugs, or we just don't know. We don't know. What if they liked a girl and they break up, or what if they like some boy? We don't know. And they want to talk to us about it. We have to be paying attention. We have to be paying attention to a spouse who normally gets up every day, but today he just wants to stay in his bed all day. Okay, he might say, babe, I just want a lazy day. But what if you're going through something so traumatic and he didn't even want to open up to you? And again, this goes back. Sometimes we're so busy on we phone. We are seeing nothing, We are noticing nothing. We are noticing no change. And sometimes the changes are so minor. But over time, they are compounded. So we have to capture those changes quickly so that we can address it quickly. Now I am learning more tools to deal with myself emotionally, because many times I felt like emotionally I was a failure with my children. I was a very emotional person. And they saw me cry a lot, and they saw me in a lot of downtime. And I was in my own little world, not thinking of their emotions. So now I'm trying to address my emotions by doing, different things and keeping my emotions most of the time in check. And now, because I'm learning these tools, I want to share this with them. And I want to use this to motivate them to clean out anything that's bothering them. And we too, we need to look at that. Now, it doesn't mean that I don't need motivating. I might have some time where I feel like something. Okay, I'll give you a good example. I didn't want to say this word today, but today I went out, okay? I had a little rough evening yesterday and this morning, and I just decided, I did cleaning all morning, and I washed clothes, and I said, I'm just surprised. I'm just going to go to blow dry my hair. I went alone, I blow dry my hair. After I said, I'm going to do my nails. Are you seeing it? And I don't really do these things. I don't care about nail and thing. Really, this is not my thing. But I said, okay, I'll do my nails. So I did it, and it was most beautiful because I met this young man, 19 years old. He was like a student, and it was so wonderful how he was, and he was so into it, and he was telling me, oh, this was an easy way to make money, and he's a student right now. It was just beautiful talking to him. But as I looked across, there was in the room, I saw like they were raising money. And on the chocolate selling, the one word I would see was breast cancer. And I said, oh my gosh, you mean I come to just relax, and anyway, this thing looking at me in my face. And quickly I looked away, and I looked at the beautiful lights in the building, and I just tried to focus on the light, and I tried to get away from it. And believe me, sometimes I can dip into the darkness a little bit, you know, but I no longer dwell, but I definitely still dip. And at those times, sometimes it would be nice for somebody to notice that she's probably just dipping a little bit and she need a little, you know. And I'm not saying we have to rely on people to do that for us, no. But I mean, it's beautiful in our homes to be able to lean on each other and to pay attention. As I told you this week, I was talking with Arjun, and it's so beautiful when we have breakfast together. And he said a very beautiful point this week, that we have to pay attention. We have to pay attention. You hearing that? Pay attention. Don't let the time go. You can see emotion in somebody's eyes. You can see a change. You can see a child comes home and normally talks to you, but one day he just totally goes to his room. Or a spouse, you know, probably just goes for a walk alone when they usually don't do it. Or whatever it is, you would know your family better than me, of course. So pay attention. And give them that little oof, that little motivation. We all need it. Sometimes or the other. Or the other. Give that little motivation. Be that one for your family. Okay? So, again, as we end this year, you know, as I said again, cleaning up our own family is good, and it's wonderful. Please have a lot of joy and laughter and fun. Play some games. Do some board games, you know. Play some charades or something, you know. Do something that you haven't done. Stop playing all the games on the phone with strangers that sometimes you don't even know. Play with your family. When last did you play a game with your mom? When last did you play a game with your spouse? When last, you just surprised somebody. You know? Surprise them with just talking, you know. Some kids, you know, probably if you go have a nice little conversation with your mom now, they'll be like, well, hey, you come out your room? You know, that'll be a lovely surprise, just to talk to your parents. Please do it. Time is interesting, you know. Because we think we have all this time, but it's just ticking away. It is. And nobody says to spend every waking moment with your family. No, each one of us needs time alone, needs time to reflect, needs time to contemplate, to find knowledge, to read. But please, find time to love. And find time to live wonderfully, within the home, doing your duty, motivating, sharing love, coming out of your phone, and just being. So as we come to yet another end of the year, I ask you, and I ask of myself, and to my own children, please let us all find more time to love each other, to motivate, to support, and to just be. And to finish here also, please respect each other's activities. Don't leave it all for one person within the household or home to do, And in that way, when relaxation time comes, we can all do it. Because sometimes a mother may do so much, and sometimes you may want her to take you somewhere, or you might say, Mom, let's go to the movie, and she'll be like, I'm tired, or Dad would say, I'm tired. So this is why when we all do our little duty and we share up things in the home, it makes it easier for all of us. And then we won't just share the duties, we'll do it more lovingly, and then we can share the fun. I remember when I was spending a lot of time with my 3 kids because Safraz was studying and we were living apart. I would always tell my 3 kids, we are a team, And we would have fun and we would do work together. We'd do work together and we'd have fun together. I remember my brother Rajesh used to tell me, I haven't plenty children like you, yes? Because he used to see when they were helping me with the chores. And for that, I'm eternally grateful. And I would say to you guys, I am more than blessed to have Arjun, Ajay, and Anjali. They sure help me. They sure spend time. And don't feel that our family is perfect, because it's not in no way. We all slip up. We all make mistakes. We say things we don't mean. We lose ourselves sometime. We don't support each other all the time. No. We get carried away on our gadgets. Yes. And we need to pull each other up. So I ask you and I ask my family, and I hope that you take some of these points and definitely enjoy every day as it comes. But please try each day to incorporate some of these. And as the leaders, I would say, the upcoming leaders, which are the youngsters, I ask you kindly to get more balance with your gadgets. And as the adults, I ask you kindly to try to set that beautiful example. Don't do it for one day and just start a whole big war zone in your home. No, just start practicing it and bringing it small, like, get off your phone when we're eating, or let's put away the phone and just watch a beautiful movie together, what you would like to watch, kind of like switch movie night to what different people want to look at, and just make every day beautiful. Okay, because none of us are promised tomorrow. So I want to say it was lovely talking to you guys. I had all these things I wanted to say. And also to the elders in the home, which is the mom and the dad, I want to say, please don't forget to impart divine knowledge of the Supreme and the higher to your children. It is so important. Please don't find time for everything else, which we often do. I am guilty of this. We find time to do tons of housework or to help a million people, probably if you do this, or to go exercise physically, but we don't find time for adequate prayer. Please find that time with your family, whether it be to sing, whether it be to teach them, whether it be to give them a good book to read, whether it be to discuss something. And it doesn't mean that all children will listen. Like, I am at a crossroad with my very son Ajay. He's in this stage of, asking so many questions. And it can be challenging. But last night he went to satsang with us, and it was most beautiful to have his presence, and I value it a lot. And I love him dearly. And I will keep at it because he's such a beautiful human being, and we all are. And sometimes, we just have to open their eyes. And to my other children who keep sorting after wonderful knowledge, and in whatever way, whether they are singing or divine music or playing or reading, Arjun and Anjali, it's wonderful. And to my husband also, who is also an inspiration. He definitely keeps God in his life. But we all, including him, myself, my children, can do it more. But it's not a matter of what was happening in the past. Don't beat up yourself about what was happening yesterday. If you didn't pray enough this year, or if you didn't motivate enough this year, or if you didn't support, if you were on your phone, please do not dwell. That is the past. It is what you are doing right now that matters. When I was in my dark zone, all the negative things that I would have done in my life were surfacing. And I remember going up to Swami. This is just a mentor and a teacher and someone who has an ocean of knowledge. And I went up to him and I started to say the things that it started to come so clear, all my, everything that I had done wrong or thought in my mind that I didn't do wrong, that I did wrong and that I wish I had changed. And he said something so beautiful to me. He said, that's the past. You know better now. Just do better. And he said, God has forgiven you already. You have realized. So when we know better, we must do better. And to do better, we have to do it daily. I'm talking to you now, but would you believe this morning I had very challenging thoughts. And I, today, fought the odds of going in the negative and kept going to do the positive. And for me, it is happening each day because of connection with nature, connection with the divine, connection, time to love, sing, dance. And if you dig deep, there is something beautiful, wonderful, something to be grateful for each day. And one of the most beautiful blessings that we all have is our family. So let's remember that. One of our most beautiful blessing is our family. So let's act on it. Let's not just say, oh, I have this lovely children and my mom is so thing and my dad is this and, we have whatever and God knows what we're talking about, possessions and gadgets and careers and what they are studying and God knows what we are getting carried away by. But we don't talk to each other. Please, the same way that is such a blessing, act on those blessings. Act on those blessings and really show each one of your family members how appreciated and loved they are. Find yourself loving yourself and find yourself loving them. Find yourself being a beautiful member of the home. Not just as the end of the year comes, but every day. And remember something. More than material gifts, more than cars, more than houses, more than jewelry or whatever it is, the smallest of things actually, usually, more than likely, mean the most. Just to share a drink with a friend, or a secret, or a laugh. So you can imagine doing it with your spouse, just holding your spouse and dancing, just taking off the lights in the living room and just playing some old song that you guys loved, or telling your daughter something beautiful when she was small, some beautiful memory, or holding your son, and just playing with his feet, giving him a massage and thinking about the times you used to rub him as a baby, or remembering some joke that your other son told you. Just do it. Just spend those times and some time in loving yourself. So as I end this talk, I hope you enjoyed. And to all those families out there, I just want to say, I wish you love. I wish you hope. I wish you joy. And I wish that every family, even though disagreements may occur, and sometimes we become demotivated, even angry, that nothing lasts long, or the negative emotions, and that love will conquer. May love conquer first each one of us. May it grow inside of us, and may we share it with all our family members within our most beautiful home. Have a wonderful night. I'm sorry for bringing this talk to you a little late. And I hope you enjoyed, and I hope somehow it helps you to do one more thing in a most beautiful way. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful night, and join me again on Heart to Heart Talks with Just Moi, Anita Bahal. Take care. Bye.